Cluck TV presents A Closer Look with Al Travis, sharing how they select the stories featured on Destination Small Town.
Welcome to another Destination Small Town. I'm Al Travis with another very interesting business. Through work, through life, you end up collecting things, or people do. Mine was albums, and I've got a lot of them. And that makes this story particularly interesting to me, but all the other stuff this guy's got is amazing. We're talking about Arden Scott Collectibles in Eagle Grove, Iowa. Vinyl records, guitars, beer signs, and more. Located on Broadway Street in Eagle Grove, Iowa, Arden Scott Collectibles is truly a hidden gem. Stop by their shop to get a glimpse into the varied and comprehensive collection of vinyl records, guitars, and pretty much anything else a person could collect. Can't make the trip? That's okay. Shop their collections on Reverb.com, Discogs.com, and eBay, or give them a call or drop them a line with questions about their inventory. This is going to be a fun look at some very interesting things. We've got Scott Thompson with us from Arden Scott Collectibles. Scott, how are you doing today? Tell us about your shop.
Well, hello, Al. Thanks for coming to my store. I thought maybe we'd start out by me telling you a little bit about how I got started in this business. I've been a pack rat my whole life and a musician. I worked my way through college playing in a band, so I started collecting things that I knew, records and guitars. And as you can see in the store, we've got approximately 13,000 albums that are listed and online. And then we've got a collection of guitars, band instruments, amplifiers, band equipment, and we got the store because we needed a place that was climate controlled that would protect the instruments and the records, and it worked out. There was a storefront that was available, and I didn't actually plan to ever have a storefront, but it worked out that way, and so it works that I have walk-in business, and I'm surprised in a small town like this how much walk-in business that we have.
Show us a bunch of those records you've got.
Well, I'm glad you asked what kind of records we have. We go from the 60s. We've got an awesome early jazz section. We've got country. We've got both country and western. We've got vocalists, rock vocalists, male and female, those genres. In the back we've got bands, and all in alphabetical order. But right here is our Beatles section, and I thought I'd explain kind of what we do with these albums when we get them. This, for example, is a Beatles album that here's what we have to do with every album that we list online. First, we'll grade it according to vinyl, and it's either mint, near mint, very good, or plus, or very good. And then we grade the sleeve, those 3 or 4 grades there too. And then we make a comment on cleaning it, what stage we are in cleaning it and testing it, and everything that goes out guaranteed not to skip. And then because we have listed all these things according to Discogs, is the website that has a catalog number for every record that's ever been pressed, every vinyl. We can go on there and look and see what they buy and sell, both albums and 45s and 78s, but that gives us a fair price for the albums that we have. And you may have the same album, but it'll have a different price depending on how rare it is, how many it was pressed, how popular it is. And that's just an example of what we do with each album before we list it, what we do to it to list it online. And this section is the Beatles section. Then a little ways down here this is our most popular. This section from here is A to Z, ABBA to Zappa, our most popular records that we take to record shows. And it goes from, well, you see a lot of the popular names here, and there's some blanks in there because we are always changing our inventory. And what isn't fit on the shelves here is in these boxes down below. We have certain other sections, like here's the Beach Boys. They're real popular. We've got other, there's Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young down there. I know there's a section on Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Frank Sinatra. Then here down this row, we've got some box sets. There's Woodstock. Here's some Smithsonian Jazz Collection classics. Here's I'm not really sure. Here's an Rock All-Star album. Here's a Springsteen box set. We've got a lot of good selection.
You talk about a lot of other stuff. Show us some of that other stuff too.
Before we get back to our collectibles, Al, I wanted to mention some of the man cave things that we have. That's another area that I have a vast selection that I think anybody would like to have in their man cave, including mirrors, beer mirrors, beer steins, beer glasses, even more signs, clocks, big signs, little signs.
It doesn't stop. You've got more collectibles, guitars, that sort of thing.
Now this room houses not only our guitars, but we do have a lot of LPs down here too. And it's like, this is the jazz section. Here's George Benson, here's Fats Domino, Floyd Kramer, Duke Ellington, Ella Fitzgerald. Let's see, well, here's a variation box. Here's a Woodstock triple album, 3-record set. That's real popular. There's like 8 boxes there that's jazz. Then we get into some various, then there's some rhythm and blues. And, but the records that are down here are also by group in alphabetical order. Over in that corner is the A's, and it wraps around, clear around to the back side, and W, X, Y, and Z is at that far end. I will mention too, there's some more beer signs. Some of those are lit. We don't have them turned on today, but they're lit. And we also have a collection of microphones, PA electronics, some foot pedals.
Scott, how did you get into collecting so much stuff?
Well, actually, I've been collecting stuff my whole life. I didn't seriously get this number until I decided I was going to retire. But it's kind of it's my dream job. I love doing it. I love playing records all day. As far as what surprises people come, I think it's the variety that's in the store. They don't realize that what variety we have, collectibles, records, guitars, how all that can be in one building, one store.
All right, here's the $1,000 question. Why Eagle Grove?
So why I in Eagle Grove? Well, I was born and raised here. It was natural for me to, after I quit farming, to have my business here because it's a good community and they've supported me well, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, why should somebody travel all the way to Eagle Grove?
Well, we've got a great town here in Eagle Grove. We've got restaurants, we've got entertainment, we've got good shopping, and then we have my store that has 13,000 records and 30 guitars. We have people come in here and they're in here for hours browsing, searching through, looking for their one record they've been looking for years. We encourage everybody to come and browse.
All right, but if we can't get to Eagle Grove, Iowa, how else can we shop your shop?
Well, it's fairly easy. Just go online and to Facebook, Reverb, Discogs, and eBay and type in Arden Scott Collectibles, and it'll pop up. We get inquiries from all over the world. As a matter of fact, we kept track of it 3 months last year, and 28% of what we sell go overseas.
Well, thank you very much for a look around. It really is truly an interesting shop. I could spend hours in there.
Well, I appreciate you stopping, Al, and we'll invite everybody to either stop by or check us out online. And we do encourage browsing, and you're welcome at any time.
There's another fantastic business look on Destination Small Town. It's Arden Scott Collectibles, Eagle Grove, Iowa. Stop in, take a look, or find them online. This is Destination Small Town.